All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarasu and said he kick back. Get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarasu and said YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all already know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. Let me get some water, y'all. Black Power, Black Frequency. If you're feeling that frequency and energy, you should most definitely join. The link right down in the video description is in the chat. All you have to do is just click it. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join, even if you don't. I appreciate your presence here at the Sarasu and Seti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. We got our new teachable work website, family, over there. We got some dynamic programs that's popping up, courses popping up, certificate programs. The first one up, 25 Steps to the Redemption of Definitive Black Manhood for the brothers is out there. Need a program, a dynamic program to help them develop through the rites of passage of life. We got coaching calls. We got a round table, brotherhood round table every week where the brothers sit down and we discuss very important topics in our growth. You need to get on over there, check it out. The link is right down in the video description. Get over there, check it out, because we're going to get started real soon. So you best to get on deck, because there's a limited amount of brothers that can be involved at one time. So you most definitely want to be on deck. Get over there to my teachable down there in the link. Click it and check it out, family. Ring the alarm. KingSeti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarasu Seti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like it and love it. Get on over there, check it out. Get you a discount, shop and save, and shop. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, Seti University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all the subjects that you know and love from the general. There's not another website nowhere on the planet that could compare or compete. You should become a member today. And everybody knows Seti popping on Patreon. BPC making noise. We never come. Over 500 exclusive live streams only to be seen on Patreon. No matter, we got 5 levels for you. If you start at the beginning, you already got a treasure chest waiting on you. Get on over there, become a patron, and get that work. To all the family that donated, I thank you. I appreciate you for the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there would like to donate, link right there on the screen in the video description in the chat. Click it, donate, and I thank you ahead of time. Appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sarasu Seti. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. You'll be banned. Could America be the home of an ancient black race? Depends on what you see, what your definition of ancient is. Depending on what your definition of ancient is. You see, African people and shit, if you ain't goddamn there 25,000 years, 50,000, that ain't ancient. Shit, you got to have at least 50,000 years under your belt, shit, to be ancient, you see, because, I mean, we've been here a lot longer than that. Shit, if they saying black people been on the planet 1 million years, goddamn, you gonna have to have 50. That ain't shit compared to 1 million. You got to have 50,000 up under your goddamn belt. Let's talk about it. This is for my FBA family out there. You know, I'm proud of you. I'm glad you're trying to establish your supremacy and your sovereignty right here on this soil. And you should. You should. You have every right to do that. But we cannot be fools about what we're talking about. You see, we cannot cut ourselves, because that's going to be our downfall. And we don't need to we don't need to confuse the message in order to get what we try, all the the legacy that been taken from us, and nobody can come and take that. That's us. So we don't have to lie to ourselves in order to redeem that. Okay? We don't have to do that. We can achieve all of the aspirations of FBA without severing ourselves from our ancient legacy. Listen to me. Listen to me when I tell you this. Everybody got their definition. I'm going to give you mine. When you hear the word native, that means natural. Now, when you got individual, when we say a native, we got to deal with it from an individual and a racial standpoint. If you born somewhere, okay, you're a natural citizen. And some countries don't even allow that. They don't allow that. Just because you born somewhere, that don't mean shit. That don't mean you. Majority of countries on the planet do not have natural birth. Because they're not about to let nobody come from anywhere and have somebody in their country and gain citizenship. So we just got to understand that. Okay? So you can, you know what I'm saying? So naturally, when you hear, if people know they from Italy, even though they could be born here, if you ask them what they is, more times than not, 9 times out of 10 times, they're going to say they Italian. You feel what I'm saying? It don't make no goddamn difference. If you see a Chinese man walking down the street, you ain't going to say if he Chinese, even if he was born here. You ask him, what is that? You're going to say he's Chinese. You ain't nobody going to say, oh, he's Chinese American. Ain't nobody going to even make that connection. They know that the ancient origin, even though it was black people there before they got there. No, we know that the majority of them are today in the area of what we call China. And so most people are going to identify, those people with that area. They're going to say, oh, they Chinese or something like. So it don't make no goddamn difference how long people know where you came from. You see what I'm saying? They know, and when you look at the science, it's evident. It's evident. I done been all over the goddamn planet. You see what I'm saying? And when you get to Egypt and you go anywhere else, I done been a lot of places. You see what I'm saying? I've been to enough. I've been to Egypt. I've been to Ethiopia. I've been to Mexico. I've been to 2 meccas of ancient civilization. You understand what I'm saying? And 3 of the dominant ones. You see what I'm saying? 3 of the dominant ones in the world. You understand? And so when I went to Ethiopia, magnificent, mind blowing. It wonders of the world. Most sacred monuments in the world. When I went to Mexico, they had some mind-blowing monuments, amazing. I'm going to just say amazing. When I got to Egypt, that people get to saying, God damn, aliens help these niggas. You see what I'm saying? These niggas didn't do this. There's no way. There's only one place on the goddamn planet where motherfuckers say, man, God helped them build this. You see what I'm saying? And so when you understand technology and science and shit, and you understand when you look at an encyclopedia, say for instance, you got a 1-page paper. You see, you got a 1-page paper, and then you look up on the your bookshelf and you see a 15-volume encyclopedia. It took longer. You know it took more research to come up with the 15-volume encyclopedia set than it would take a 1 piece of paper say a book report or something. It takes more time. It takes more research. It takes more trial and error to get the facts. You understand what to put under each subject. You got to go through each subject. And in an encyclopedia, you could have over 10,000 different subjects or more. In a 15-volume encyclopedia, you can have 20, 25,000. So you got to have all type of scholars and research, and you got to go through the research, and then you got to compile it. You got to edit it. It take more time. You see? And so ain't no way you going to tell me that no other place, and these people had to have at least 500,000 goddamn years of research, toil, trial and error to come up with the goddamn pyramid. You got to make this shit make sense. You see, you can't say nobody brought it. Then why didn't you keep some of the goddamn science for your motherfucking self? You mean to tell me you're going to develop something and then you're going to put the premier, the pinnacle of all your work in another land, and you don't bring none home to your own mama and daddy, to your own people, and build megaliths so that they could glorify themselves with their own science? You going to bring it to another land, then diss a goddamn peer? You're going to do your best in another man's land and put the pinnacle of all your science and research in another man's land, and you don't keep none for yourself? What kind of shit is y'all talking about? So it's evident that family been in, and then when you think about all the, I mean, you could go from top to bottom, man. Africa got goddamn mind-blowing monuments from top to damn bottom. No other civilization, no other continents, nowhere on the planet got that. You can go from damn Egypt into Sudan, into Ethiopia, all the way down into damn Zimbabwe, to the stone castles in Zimbabwe, all the way over to West Africa. You see what I'm saying? Down into South Africa. Got ancient star calendars, stone all over damn Africa. You see what I'm saying? They've been doing research far longer. It's just everywhere, which mean they have, and when you look at the majority of melanated people on the planet is obviously in Africa, then that will give somebody, you know, at least the common sense to say, hey, you know, that this was probably the area in which the majority, if not all, the melanated people of Africans, we're talking about woolly haired people. We're not just talking about any and everybody. You see what I'm saying? We talking about the woolly head melanated Africans. You understand? Black people. You can't say African. That's all right. But we going to get on you today because, nigga, we know you don't know what you talking about. You see what I'm saying? When you talking about nature and you talking about being indigenous gene, you're dealing with the gene. What is able, you can see, you know, fish are native to the, you know, to a river, to a lake, to a goddamn, they not native to a fish bowl. You see what I'm saying? They not native to the goddamn, somebody took them out the goddamn river, took them out the lake, took them out the sea, took them out the ocean, and put them in the goddamn, in the fish bowl. And so though he may be the first fish to go in the fish bowl, that don't mean he native to that. You look up and some motherfuckers see the fish and they ain't never seen the fish in the river. All they done seen the fish is in the fish bowl. And they think that's his home. They don't think he lived no, you know, yeah, it might be his home because he never seen the river. Maybe they bred his ass in captivity. You see? But naturally, the fish is from out the ocean. You ain't never seen no goddamn fish born in a bowl until motherfuckers start domesticating and shit. So you don't see him in his natural habitat. Like, you know, today they've been domesticated, and niggas been domesticated too. Shit, they've been goddamn domesticated. And so wherever you find a domesticated nigga and he been taken out of his natural habitat, he don't acknowledge where he came from. And, you know, and the science is deep. It's deep enough, and it's you know, as far as self-explanatory, you know, and I've done all the research that I need to do to come to the conclusion that, you know, we are not indigenous to North America. We're not indigenous to the Americas. You see what I'm saying? That don't mean we wasn't here first. Okay? That mean we got all the rights of somebody that was indigenous. We got all the rights of somebody was native. So we don't have to make up nothing because we got all the rights. We was here first. We built this shit up when nobody was here. We was the first people here. That don't mean we native. I don't give a fuck how long you been here. You see? They say Matthew, what's his name? Matthew Perry was the first. He was a black man, first person to the North Pole. Yeah, he was. He got all the credit, but that don't mean he was indigenous to because he was first. Yeah, nobody can claim he could have claimed the North Pole. If he was representing the nation, he could have claimed the North Pole for that nation. They could have colonized it and said, this is a part of our nation. Nobody was here when we got here. We building on this shit. We build it. This is us. He could have did that. But just even if he did, that don't mean he indigenous. You got to, when you talk about being, you got to look at your makeup. You got to make and see, you know, what land would produce you from your origin, from your motherfucking or from the very beginning. You see what I'm saying? And when we got dark skin and all variations of melanin in our skin, there's no way you could be, because the Americas was under the ice. Matter of fact, they've been under the ice. North America is an extension of the North Pole. Period. It's an extension. That's why, goddamn it, could get so motherfucking cold in this motherfucker to where, man, listen here, man, Detroit dropped below zero like it ain't nothing. You see what I'm saying? It'll drop the goddamn wind chill and make it like goddamn 20, damn near 30 below. Because it's an extension. The icebergs will come down damn near into Kentucky. So if you think it's cold and it just, you know, you get Texas and northern Florida, goddamn it snowed in Florida. In many areas this year that it ain't snowed in and alone, goddamn, with 30-some degrees, 20-some degrees. In north, damn near to the middle of goddamn Florida. What the fuck is y'all? It could be winter for damn near 5 and 6 months in this bitch. We could not have come indigenous from this land. That don't make no sense that you cannot understand that. And you will come up with all type of shit now. See, this is what to make niggas jump through hoops and shit. Then they say, what about Pangaea? I'm hearing niggas saying they ain't accepting nobody that didn't come from here. The continent. Motherfuckers say, what about the what they call it, the Virgin Islands, and they part of the United States. I heard people say we ain't even accepting them. So why in the fuck you gonna try to come up with some Pangaea shit and y'all don't even want to accept niggas that come from the Virgin Islands? You see what I'm saying? No, they come from somewhere else. So don't come with all that Pangaea shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was Pangaea, then how can you say you indigenous to any goddamn way? If it's all goddamn one damn landmass, then people could be walking all across this motherfucker at any point in time. So how in the fuck you gonna say you indigenous to any motherfucking way? See, niggas don't think. See, that's how I know. I can bang on my feet, nigga. I can dance. You know what I'm saying? Just think, the mind is clicking. When niggas say, "Oh, it was all," then how can you say you indigenous to anywhere? Who can say they're indigenous to anywhere if it's all one landmass? Don't make sense. You understand what I'm saying? Don't make sense at all. And if it was, why ain't no goddamn elephants? Why ain't no elephants? Why ain't no lions? You understand what happened? Why, you know, what happened? Why ain't no goddamn kangaroos over here? If it's all one land, they would have hopped in. Who could stop them from hopping? You see what I'm saying? If it's elephants and shit, who could stop elephants and shit from going all across the land masses? See? So, you know, that don't make sense. So you can run, but you cannot goddamn hide. You know, you can look at them goddamn fucking temperatures back there. I didn't make them goddamn temperatures up. I didn't make them goddamn temperatures up. Wait a minute. I didn't make them goddamn temperatures up. Yeah, you know I didn't. Yeah. So this is not for our people to not get, you know, the credit that's due them. Everything that you're saying is still correct. This is our culture over here. It is. We are a unique branch of the African race. We are. Everything that people like about, we are the dominant branch of the African race, black race today. We are. We still that. It don't change nothing. But don't start lying and shit, because that's gonna be your downfall. Because eventually it's gonna catch up with you. I'm just gonna let you know that. So you see right there that, you know, this and really the The ice been on this motherfucker. It just started melting last 13,000 years. I mean, that's not a long time. I mean, that's not a long time. 13,000 years, damn near the Nile Valley was already steeped in high culture. 13,000 years ago, the Nile Valley was already steeped in high culture. That's just a fact. You see? And so when you look and understand that. And so when you look at that ice, that's damn near up there to Cahokia, which was one of the capitals, you know, the mound culture. You see? St. Louis, goddamn, you know what I mean? What is you talking about? What the fuck? How the nigga gonna be indigenous over here and shit and this, that, and the third? That don't mean he wasn't here. He came from somewhere. Anytime you see a nigga with a coat on, that's an oxymoron. There's something ain't right. How you got all this melanin in your goddamn skin and you got a coat on? That means you didn't left your original homeland and you in an area in which, because it ain't no way you would have built up that level of melanin. You understand what I'm saying? Unless you was in a tropical region. There's no way you would have built up that type of melanin in an area that's cold as fuck like that. Make that make sense. You see? And so, yeah, this is just the 10,000, even Michigan, Ohio, Indiana. Yeah, all of that was under the ice. And it's still, the goddamn Great Lakes was froze. They didn't have no goddamn, that shit was froze. It's an extension of the goddamn, and then even the ice, the goddamn Atlantic Ocean up to a certain extent, right around them damn the borders of North America was froze. Goddamn it. So we got to quit making up these goddamn. Let me look at this. What is this? Poison. Okay, no, this just showing you all the different glacial ice ages and shit. You see the glacial ice ages. So, you know, a lot of what we see, you know, as far as the mound builders, you look all the way up there, that shit was under the ice. You see, they just, you know, that's 1,000 BC, 1,000 BC, which is an extension of the Olmec. You see how they try to make the Olmecs, that little area down there, the Olmecs, all of that was a part. The whole goddamn Gulf of Mexico is one civilization, all the way down into what they call South America, Peru, and all of that. That's Olmeca. That's Olmeca. Them African heads, them black heads that y'all see down there was the kings of all that. You see, was the kings of all that. The same mounds that you see in Mississippi, Louisiana, and all that area was down in Mexico too. We got to stop this bullshit, okay? So, you know, that culture that you see, and the mounds was all over the planet where African people was. They all in, before the pyramids in the Sudan, they buried the royalty in mounds, okay? This was one of the primeval mounds, sacred and ancient, where the primeval mound rolls up out of the water. Yeah, and the Banu bird sat on top of the mound and let out a chirp or something and created the world. You see, created the world. This is what they say. So the mound is an ancient African spiritual concept that you can find on every continent. We got to wake up. Yes, we are unique. Yes, we are unique in, you know, but there are many, many similarities that would show that we are only branches of the, you know, the great and mighty tree of Africa. I want you to wake up, family. I want you to wake up. I don't want you to sever your bloodline, because I'm going to guarantee you, it's going to be your downfall. It's going to catch up to you, and I don't want it to catch up to you. I done seen too many people fall trying this route. You motherfucker look up, you have some energy, and then when that shit is like, when it hit you, and you realize you've been lying to yourself for so long, you understand what I'm saying? That's what's going to suck the life out of that shit. Don't do it. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Don't set yourself up. Don't start trying to sever those things that, you know, are a part of you. You understand? Because it'll come back and haunt you in the long run. This is General Sarasu and said, I ain't even look down in the comments. Yeah, I ain't even look down. Let me see what it. Yeah, there. Let me get back in. I might catch me. Yeah, Messiah say not linking up with Africa is it? Oh yeah, that's good. That's right. That's right. Put that up. Yeah, put that on in there. That's true indeed, God. That's true indeed. Yeah, that's true indeed. That's a African centered worldview. That's right. That's right, good family. Y'all know what it is. We coming right black. Don't you go nowhere. I want y'all to hit that like button. I want you to hit that. I want you to hit that like button. Yeah, more vibration. What you out there doing, man? I see you down there. Got the LOL down there. Come on with it. Come on with it. Put some black power in there. If you're down and you know you're down, put the black fist up there. That's right. Yeah, well, we know that. But that's it. You say Africans dissing, but see, that's when you say it like that, brother Edward. We say the Africans, we that. You see, they dissing, but they been dissing. They, you know, and that's but that's gonna be their downfall. You see, that's gonna be their down because we gonna still continue to rise. That don't mean we have to accept any and everything from nobody. They don't own the blood, nigga. We the blood. We got the blood regardless. Our ancestors. Everybody got their own separate ancestor. They don't own the blood. You feel what I'm saying? Our ancestors is who we venerate. Okay, that's all. We ain't got to venerate nobody else's ancestors. That's still our ancestors' homeland. Yeah, that's our ancestors' homeland. That's right. So that's what part of it we venerate. Now be right black. Don't you go nowhere. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Now be right black. Hit that subscribe button right now. Don't get up off of here. Hit that like button. Don't get up off of here without hitting it. And make sure you subscribe to General SETI because we're going to be popping off over there tonight too. Black Power.